Hi, Cancer. This is your mid April through mid May 2026 message from your pet. So, what your pet wants you to know about like their life and their experience and their emotions, and then what they want you to know about your life. Just keep in mind that I am a YouTube tarot card reader, not a veterinarian, FYI. So the first thing your pet wants you to know, Cancer, is Queen of Swords. So maybe if you've had a sharp tongue, or maybe they're just feeling a little sharp. Maybe they've been scratching you a lot, or biting a lot. But there's some like sharpness that's happening right now. Also, this pet is like very intelligent, and they want you to know that they get it. The next card we've got is Eight of Swords. So maybe they're feeling a little bit confined, and maybe you're doing like crate training or something, but I'm getting the feeling that they're not totally into like the restriction that is happening. We've also got the Four of Cups. Yeah, they're like, they don't care. Whatever is happening right now, they're just like totally disconnected. Queen of Swords plus Four of Cups. This Queen of Swords is like a lot of like head intelligence, like not emotional stuff, but just being in charge and making like strong decisions. With the Four of Cups is like not kind of like literally like a cup being handed to the cat, and like the cat just not even caring about what's in the cup, because like they're just so distracted or disillusioned or jaded or whatever, that with their emotions they just don't care. We've also got, in terms of how your pet feels, Cancer, we've got the Queen of Fishes or the Queen of Pentacles. So your pet really wants you to like settle with them. As you can see in this, it's like a queen, a literal like pet with her babies. Your pet wants you to spend more time with them, but the time that you spend with them, it needs to be focused. It needs to be thoughtful time. It needs to be emotional, like connected time, not just you being there, but like you being there, like actually being there. They're missing you, I think. Also, we've got the World. So some change has happened, or they need a change to happen, or maybe there's like a cycle that's changing. Maybe your like routine with them has changed, but their routine has changed, but they're like noticing it definitely. Let's get some clarity on this World card. Clarifying the World, we've got Justice and the High Priestess. There could be a Pisces or a Libra involved. But yeah, there's like your pet is trying to get some like balance, some like spiritual balance also. I believe that our pets are very, very like psychic animals, and they're with us for like a spiritual psychic reason. And it could be that your pet is needing some like cleansing within the house, like spiritual cleansing, or your pet is needing you to have like a spiritual practice. But something that often we associate justice with like the law, but with the High Priestess, I'm thinking this is more of you having like a ritual that you do, that your pet that involves your pet, and it just like it's a something that you do on a seasonal basis. All right, so one more. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, your pet's feeling very emotional about something. We have both the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Your pet is feeling restrained, and they're like in their feelings, could be being a little bit dramatic about it, but they're just maybe also feeling some anxiety. We're gonna clarify this Eight of Swords and this Nine of Swords. Clarifying the Nine of Swords, we've got Temperance. Yeah, because there's like a lack of balance. This is our second balance card, because we had like Justice back here. Your pet is in their feelings because maybe they need you home more, or they need something to make more sense. They need something to like change, but they need like a ritual, a balance, a cycle of something. They need routine. Clarifying this Eight of Swords, yeah, I feel like it's routine, is the Hermit. So they need like training, and they need focus, and the Hermit is about learning. And so it's like they just need some observance, and they need like focused routine, but gentle routine, not like not tough love. They need like gentle love. Okay. I think that's pretty clear. Give your pet gentle love and whatever routine is happening in Cancer, like whatever you're training your pet to do, or if it's a new pet, um, or new to you pet, I should say, just try and soften up a little bit. You are soft, but you might be thinking, oh, it's time for hard, like tough love, but I don't think it is. At least according to the cards, it's not. All right, so what your pet wants you to know about your life, Cancer. We've got the Six of Daggers or the Six of Swords. So maybe there's like a change that's happening, but like you're protected. Maybe your pet, like I said, I believe that pets are like these psychic aspects of our world, and maybe your pet is protecting you psychically. We've also got the Chariot. Cancer, this is your card. So there's an ending, there's a change happening, but a chariot is movement towards something positive, and your pet sees that you're changing. And your pet is like here for it and helping you to move forward to that. We also got the Four of Daggers. So that's rest. It's being in a bed by yourself. So your pet sees that like maybe you're changing your like intimate habits with people, and your pet sees that, yeah, like literally sees it, and is observing that like, oh hey, my pet parent is different. We've also got the Warden of Cups, which is the King of Cups. So talking about like intimacy, the King of Cups is about like physical intimacy. So I think maybe your pet is seeing that like if you were maybe a bit of like a player, or that's not even a nice word, I think sometimes, but if you were just like, so your pet sees like with this King of Cups that like maybe you had been like just having a lot of like romantic interactions or emotional interactions, and your pet sees that maybe you're focusing down, and with all of those swords that you had before, like emotionally, you're being less emotional, which is like unlike a Taurus. I mean, maybe there's a Taurus involved, unlike a Cancer. We've also got the Nine of Pentacles. So you're very focused on yourself right now. You're focused on building your bag. You're focused on building like a stable life for yourself, for your pet, for your future. Let's get some clarity on this King of Cups. We'll put this back in there. So clarifying this King of Cups is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so like I said, like maybe your habits are changing, like how you interact romantically, because the King of Cups is like kind of the very romantic, very attractive um part, or like king of the deck. And so maybe you're just like changing something. It could be possible that you got your feelings hurt by a King of Cups, somebody really attractive, and your pet sees that you're like processing that, and you're just like really focused on your building your bag, or just like building yourself back up and building your stability. Let's clarify this Six of Swords. Clarified by the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're moving towards stability. The King of Pentacles is the most stable king of the cards, because he like earth, this earth of like fertility and grounding. And so the King of Pentacles, along with the Six of Daggers or Six of Swords, is like moving into stable ground, moving into things being maybe even a little bit easier, or at least feeling more grounded, so you don't feel like life is so chaotic. Let's clarify this Chariot. Clarified by the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so you're moving into a place where you're more protective of your heart. You're more protective of your romantic energy, your creative energy, your love energy, but you're moving yourself into a new phase in your life, and your pet sees that. Cute. So let's get some oracle cards, some oracle messages that your pet wants you to have for this mid-April through mid-May reading. The first one is stop and smell the roses. Your pet wants you to have gratitude, because because the sense of gratitude turns like what we already have into what feels like enough. That's what the back of the card said. Let's get another card. Love deeply, love of 10. Strong relationship. So your pet is encouraging you to have a strong relationship with them, to love them deeply because they love you back deeply. So if you've been a little bit unemotional or just not available or not there, your pet wants you to come back and like be emotional with them. And a reminder that storms don't last forever. So just stay calm, is what the back of the card says. You know, just stay focused on what you're building, stay focused on what you know, trust yourself, and you're going to be okay, Cancer. Your pet knows you're going to be okay. Give your pet some time, give your pet some love. One more. Trying your best in all that matters. That's all you can do, Taurus. I keep saying Taurus, Cancer. I think there might be a Taurus involved. That is all you can do. Try your best, my friends. You're going to be okay. Thank you for watching this reading. If you're still here, if you like this reading, come back next week. Or if you really, really like this reading or like me, hug the like button or hug the subscribe button. And I'll see you later. Bye, Cancer.